Have you ever noticed that the wealthiest people rarely sit around bragging about how much money they have? They don't tell you the size of their bank accounts. They don't compare salaries at the dinner table, and they're certainly not posting screenshots of their earnings online. On the other hand, those who don't yet have financial security often feel the need to show off, whether that's buying flashy items they can't afford, talking about how much they make, or competing to appear richer than they really are. So why do wealthy people never talk about money? What is the mindset shift that makes them so different? Let's break it down in a way that's simple, insightful, and maybe even a little surprising. For starters, wealthy people value privacy over public approval. To them, money is a tool, not a trophy. They don't need validation from others because they already feel secure. Imagine someone who knows they have millions safely invested. They're not waking up in the morning wondering if their neighbor or coworker thinks they're successful. They already know where they stand. Talking too much about money can also attract unnecessary attention, jealousy, requests for loans, or even scams. For this reason, they protect their privacy and keep money talk behind closed doors. When they do talk about money, the conversation isn't about showing off, but about growth. In private circles with mentors, investors, or business partners, the focus is on how to grow, preserve, and use money to create more opportunities. Instead of asking, how much did you make last year? They're more likely to ask, where are you investing right now? Or, how can this project become more profitable? This shift in language is one of the key reasons they continue to build wealth quietly, while others get stuck trying to look rich. Another reason for their silence is perspective. Once financial security is reached, money doesn't drastically change happiness. The wealthy already understand this. That's why their conversations are more often about ideas, innovation, philanthropy, or passions outside of money. Warren Buffett, for example, lives a relatively modest life despite his immense net worth. To him, and to many wealthy individuals, money is important, but it's not the main subject of their conversations. There's also the matter of pressure. Imagine announcing to friends that you've just earned a huge bonus. Suddenly, people expect more from you. They assume you'll pick up the check at dinner, lend them money, or upgrade your lifestyle. Wealthy people avoid this trap by keeping financial details quiet. The less people know, the less pressure there is. This also protects them from competition or unwanted judgment. Their long-term mindset also plays a role. While many focus on short-term wins, bonuses, side hustles, or quick investments, the wealthy think decades ahead. They understand the real game is compounding, building businesses, and creating systems that generate wealth over time. With this perspective, they don't feel the need to constantly talk about money because their focus is on building for the future. Silence, in fact, becomes part of their strategy. If you discover a powerful investment or business idea, broadcasting it to the world might dilute its value. Wealthy people know this well, which is why they're selective about who they share details with. Their silence helps them protect and preserve their advantage. And perhaps the most important reason of all, true confidence doesn't shout. Insecurity is loud. People who constantly flaunt their earnings or purchases are often seeking approval. Wealthy people don't need applause. They let their results speak for themselves, and their silence reflects their confidence. So what can you learn from this? You don't have to be a millionaire to apply these principles. Stop comparing your financial situation to others. It only creates stress. Focus on building wealth quietly through smart saving and investing. Keep certain financial details private instead of announcing every move. And shift conversations from how much I make to how I can grow. Above all, remember that money is a tool, not the final goal. In the end, wealthy people don't avoid money talk because it isn't important. They avoid it because they know money works best in silence. It grows in private. It multiplies when you protect it, not when you flaunt it. If you want to think like the rich, start today. Let your money work quietly behind the scenes. Focus on building, not bragging. Because true wealth isn't about how much noise you make. It's about the freedom and opportunities that your silence creates.